over the trades on the day, some of the most difficult price action in the last few days we've seen. Let's look at the results, then we'll go over the trades on the day. It is minus 1,400 on the day in the 250K portfolio, minus 300 on the day in the 50K portfolio. Hypothetical end of day drawdown is 30,000, 37, minus 30,000. On the month, we closed February, a hypothetical on the month, right at the worst case drawdown. The worst case drawdown coming in the beginning of the month was about minus 22,000. There was a bit of a run up, so there was a new equity peak by 8,000, and then it went to a drawdown of 30,000. So on the month, minus 22,000. The live results, minus 12,000 on the month because we waited for that drawdown to start. And then live on the year is plus 15, 849.63, up about 6% on the year on our day trade only stock index portfolio for 250K. And so disappointed in the results this month, being down on the month. The last 5 days have been really, really challenging. Just some of the most unusual price action that I've seen. Very hard price to trade. There was some winners today, though. Mir had a trade. It was a mean reversion long trade. You can see that trade here. It was the only trade in the S&P futures. So at the end of the day, it rolled over. Just it's hard to determine where this market's going to go. This price action is the narrow ranges oftentimes indicate higher prices, and so I thought the market would break out to the upside. Even though I think the market should go down fundamentally, it's not done on the downside in my opinion. Based on the fundamentals, in some previous price action, the short-term technicals would appear that the market would bounce again, but then it rolled over. So Mir was profitable on the day, and then Viper was about 7 points away from its profit target, almost grabbed that near the highs, and this thing rolled over. And so I almost did one of my discretionary overrides where Viper and this tick reversal right here had profit targets just above the market, and then it just rolled over. So this is just still continues to be that stop running, profit target avoiding, profit target dodging type market. And so 5 days in a row of that, it's very hard to trade through. I'm glad to end February here, and March through May of last year was one of our best trading periods, up about 50% gain, about $100,000 in our trading from March through May of last year. And so looking forward to March. The March trade starting tomorrow. February can be a weird month. It's 28 days. And so just looking forward to March trade starting tomorrow. Tick reversal. This one had a small profit. Not many trades today, fortunately. So I'm going to show you what I'm working on. But let's look at this price action. If you just look at this price action, say on the 15-minute charts, let's look at the last 5 days. From here, you just see a choppy day, gap down, gap up. Just, a market that, in my opinion, should go down, but it won't go down. And so if it won't go down over time, it eventually goes up. But I think the fundamentals continue to weigh on this, and we're not getting those bounces. Obviously, that's what's happening. Last Friday, there was the PCE report. And then last Thursday, the PCE inflation report came out. Market sold off. In the last 3 days, the bulls have tried to make that disappear, make that fundamental disappear, and try to drive the market back up. Prop it up last Friday and then popped it up on Monday, try to maintain that, trying to get that surge. And so we closed down the market. Let's see, this is the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ started trading right here, so it's just trading just below the NASDAQ futures December close. You see there was a strong start to February to continue the January effect, and then it just has rolled over since the first couple of days of February. So very listless trading, very difficult trading. I want to show you some strategies that I'm working on. So I found quite a few patterns that work really well since the January of 2022. There's a new choppy pattern since January of 2022, and it's hard to justify implementing that sort of strategy. This is the back test back to 20. Let's see, I have a back test here for, what is this? This is the opening chop, this strategy right here going back to about 14 months, I guess. And you can see the results here. Opening chop, it did not trade today. This strategy here, actually this is news opening chop. So it trades on FOMC minutes, those type of days. And here, the bottom three are news strategies, news-based strategies. And so let's look at this one. And recent performance is up. And then recent performance for tick chop, really nice performance since around the beginning of 2022. And then we have the top three are just opening chopper strategies. This is tick chopper. This is opening chop 2. These did really well today. So if you look at this setup, let's compress it so you can see the trades. So what was up on the day, and this strategy took the short and then the long. It was up on the day. This is the last 6 months of this. And so it's a hot strategy. It's hard to turn on. You don't want to go from strategies that are in a drawdown and then turn on strategies that are in a run-up. Turn off the strategies that are in a drawdown. Turn on the strategies that are in a run-up just as soon as they roll over. We're about to hit March, about to hit the beginning of the month after 5 choppy days. I anticipate in the short term that these chopper strategies will go through a drawdown while our current strategies will bounce back a little bit and give us some trends at the beginning of the month, especially after a choppy 5 days, trendless 5 days, trendless month really. And then once these go through a drawdown, I'm looking at adding these to the current portfolio, and I have tick count trend. I actually developed this today before this short trade. I was developing this before the short trade. It uses the exact same, uses this tick count trend dynamic indicator at the bottom. And I'm using the default parameters from this tick count trend dynamic indicator and just patterns, non-price. I mean, you can't optimize the patterns. They're just relationships with the blue and the red, which is the down count, and then the side count. And so they're just greater than or less than relationships based on this indicator that can't be optimized. You could optimize the default parameters, but this works really well. And so it's kind of these reversal patterns in a narrow range, or chopper patterns. And once again, I'm continuing to see a lot of evidence based on different strategies that the choppy nature in this market. And I also have my MACD fader. I put this one in the this open code in the money management algorithms. And so if you take a look at MACD fader, how well this one has done since November 2022. Now the average trade profit on this is too small, but that's why we have our money management algorithm that, let me turn that on. So this open code is included in the money management algorithms, and this has done well. Once again, here's another one that's done well since the end of 2021, beginning of 2022. This just, and it's a MACD opposite strategy. It does the exact opposite. I've reversed the MACD signals that come with TradeStation, and I just tested them on a 5-minute NASDAQ chart, and the average trade profit is $40 on the NASDAQ, which is pretty low. But you have these time periods where it does really well. Since November of 2022, this has done really well, and so today it did well at the open. And so I'm testing different variations of this. I have it on the money management algorithm. It didn't trade today on the money management algorithm, but it has higher average trade profits. And so once again, there's these choppier strategies that work since the beginning of 2022 that want to implement at the right time. You don't want to jump in too quickly. Looking forward to March once again. These are the final results for today's trade and for February. I'll update the portfolio calculator, have more information on the new strategies, and I'm looking forward to getting out of February, getting into March to see if we can get a change in tone in the market. Look for a bounce in this drawdown. We've done well managing losses in spite of difficult price action. So tomorrow we start March 1st trade, and those are the trades on the day for February the 28th, 2023. Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.